Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I got a GTA Online news video for you guys. I'm reacting to the new price changes on GTA Online. So the Oppressor Mark II and a bunch of other vehicles are getting their prices changed. Most notably, the Oppressor Mark II is being doubled in price. So I thought I'd give you guys a video reacting to this. I saw a bunch of comments this morning of people, telling me about the price changes, asking me what I think about this, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys, what I think, and, I'm going to have some people that aren't going to like what I'm going to say, I'm going to have some people that are going to like what I'm going to say, probably some people that are going to kind of agree with me and disagree with me on some things, but regardless, the point that I'm making is that it's always my opinion. I always speak basically what I think about things, regardless of what the majority of people believe, whether that's me agreeing with them or not. I always just speak my mind. So some people, come in these videos, look at the comment section a lot, they accuse me of complaining and other things, but I always just state my opinion, and I back it up. So if you're going to argue with me, at least hear what I have to say before you decide to argue with me. But we're going to really focus on the price changes. That's what, point of this video is here. Okay, here we go. So the price changes, okay, so new license plate creator. So we got a new license plate creator coming in. That's kind of cool. But let's just see here. Okay, firstly, we are updating prices for several current vehicles in GTA Online on April 27th. This later this month is coming out. To better reflect the value to players, certain vehicles will see their cost adjusted down to make them more accessible, including some fun and unique features and counterattacking capabilities like the Imponte Ruiner 2000 and Ocelot Stromberg. Conversely, some vehicles with outsized utility performance or powerful weaponry will see their prices increase, such as the Oppressor Mark II. Check out the full list of vehicle pricing adjustments below, and stay tuned as we continue reevaluating vehicle pricing as we move forward. So, let's see here. The Brute Armored Box Filled cut in half. Good. Akula. Akula has been raised in price. It's okay. Akula, some people use the grief, but not that much. Granger has been increased in price, 600,000. Scramjet, 600,000. Dubachi Champion, increased in price. Chernobog has been cut. This is a good thing. Chernobog, is really expensive, cut by half. Deluxo, has been increased in price. Ruiner 2000, has been decreased. I think that's generally a good thing. The Ruiner gets blown up in one hit. Thruster gets decreased in price. I think that's a good thing. Tulla, decreased in price. That plane is way too expensive. Stromberg, cut also about 600,000, a little bit more. That's a good thing too. Oppressor, standard one, cut. I think okay. Not a lot of people use the regular Oppressor, and regardless, it's a lot harder to kill people with that. But Oppressor Mark II, this is the most notable one. From 3,890,000 to 8 million. And then Toreador, let's see here. Toreador's increasing in price to 4,250,000. And Weaponized Ignis, wow, it's going up to 4,500,000. And the Bombushka reduced by nearly 1 million. I personally think that that's a little bit more. It should be a little bit more decreased. In your response to your feedback, we are also evaluating potential future adjustments, including rebalancing certain aerial vehicles to help protect bystanders in free mode. We'll share more details on this as well as other fine-tuning efforts and service updates soon. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the Oppressor Mark II mostly. That's just what I wanted to focus this video on. So, it's being doubled in price. Now, I notice a lot of people are celebrating this, and I think that it's a good, I think it's a good thing also. I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing. But the thing about this is, what I'll say to this is, do I think that this is going to reduce Oppressor Mark II griefing? This? No. I don't think this will reduce Oppressor Mark II griefing even by 1%. Now, why? Why would increasing the price double? Because most griefers already have it. That's the thing about it. So it's not like they're going to have to pay an extra $4 million. And even if they did, most of these griefers have been playing the game for some time. So even if they had to pay an extra $4 million, they would probably have it. All this is going to do, this price increase, all this will do is this will decrease the amount of new Oppressor Mark II griefers, but it's not going to decrease the current amount of Oppressor Mark II griefers. That, it's not going to do anything on that. This is something that it possibly maybe could have been at the start, that $8 million, because you also have to get the Terabyte and you have to get the, the nightclub, which is, a bunch of other money there. But what I'll say about this is, at the same time, is even if the Oppressor Mark II is expensive, if it was, $8 million, basically somebody could just buy shark cards and just get that, and so Rockstar is actually making more money at the same time while claiming that they're balancing the game, and then, is it really turning into pay to win at that point? I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. But basically, while I'm not against the Oppressor Mark II being raised in price, I hate the Oppressor Mark II for people wondering. I'm going to state that, that's my opinion on it. Feel free to disagree with me. I hate it. And the reason that I hate the Oppressor Mark II, guys, it is actually not even the griefing. The griefing is annoying. Sure, it pisses me off, don't get me wrong, but the griefing is actually the #2 reason that I hate the Oppressor Mark II. Do you know what my #1 reason for hating it is? Is because I just don't think it belongs in GT Online. I don't. I think that's totally out of place. I think it doesn't belong, and, the reason is because it's futuristic. And people would say, what about other futuristic vehicles? Yeah, I'm not against military vehicles being in this game, like helicopters and jets and stuff like that with weapons, but I just don't like this because it's just a futuristic motorcycle you can just spawn with the MC menu and just fly around and blow people up. It's ridiculous. It's just a small target. For me personally, I'll tell you something. Like, I'll give you guys a perfect example. Let's say that you're playing as, like, a CEO, right? You're doing some missions, and, you're sourcing some crates, and then, you just have somebody just come out of nowhere and just, blow up your van as you're driving back. I know you can play in invite-only sessions. I know some people are going to say that, but I'm just saying, like, back in the day, just think about that. Even just taking out the destroying cargo part, it kind of ruins the immersion. You're driving this van, and then out of nowhere, this guy just comes in with this flying motorcycle, just blows you up. How about this? How about better yet, if you're playing as an MC, right? And you're actually role-playing an MC, because people do that. I've done that. Me and my friends have. You and your friends are driving down the highway, on motorcycles, all in, like, formation and stuff like that. Out of nowhere, just 2 Oppressor Mark IIs come out. And they're not even blowing you up, but they just fly right past you. Like, something like that, for me, just ruins the immersion. I'm trying to play as, like, a biker, and I just see people just flying around with these things. It's just ridiculous. I just don't think that that's just my view. I just don't think that it belongs in a game like GT Online. I know GT Online is not supposed to be a realistic game. I get that. I know people are going to argue with me on that. But the point that I'm making is that at least all the vehicles in the game are still based on real vehicles. This is not anything real. And that's just, personally what I don't like about it. And to top it off, what's the problem with the Oppressor Mark II is that even with Rockstar nerfing the missiles, it's the fact that it's such a small target. It's such a small target, and it's so hard to hit it. And when you get into any kind of vehicle, even with the missile nerf, they still have a huge advantage on you because they're so small, and the thing has countermeasures. It has, it has chaff, it has flares. That's basically my thoughts on it. So I think that, a price increase is not really going to do anything to reduce the griefing, reduce the spam on it, because like I said, most people already have it. However, though, I'm not here without solutions. I do have a solution, and it's not just something that came out of nowhere. I've had a solution that I've had for years. For years, I've had a solution, and I think if I find the video down below, I'll link it down below. I just have to go through my videos and find it. But I made a video, and I talked about this in a few videos before. But what would I do to balance the Oppressor Mark II? I wouldn't delete it from the game, even though I would personally prefer that. I wouldn't delete it from the game because I don't think that's realistic. I don't think that's ever going to happen. And I know there's going to be people that are going to tell me they use it for grinding. I don't use the Oppressor Mark II for griefing professional. I use it for grinding, and it helps me get around the map. Okay, not denying that. What I would do to balance out both sides, and let me know in the comments what you guys think of my solution. What I would personally do about the Oppressor Mark II is I would make it where keep, the missiles on it. Keep it so that you can, I guess, still spawn it from the MC. But what I would do instead is do it so that it can lock onto NPCs. It can lock onto cops. It can lock onto gangsters. It can lock onto NPC vehicles that you have to destroy. But what it can't do is it can't lock on the players. It cannot lock on the player vehicles anymore. Take the player lock off of it. Only make it so it can lock on to NPCs. That way, the people who still want to use the grind can still have it. They can still lock on to NPCs. They can lock on the cops, use it to protect their businesses, from at least cop NPCs. But when it comes to players, wouldn't be able to lock on the players. And anybody who tells me that they use the Oppressor Mark II for grinding, I don't know why anybody would be against something like that. Like, if you use it for grinding, I don't see why you would be against taking the lock-off players. Because if you're using it for grinding, you're just using it mainly to, kill NPCs. That's it. So I don't know why somebody would be against, taking off the lock on players. And think about it this way. Other players could still, I guess, kill you with the Oppressor Mark II with my solution, but it would require a lot more skill. A lot more skill. They'd have to actually manually aim the missiles to hit you, which they can still do. I've been hit by people manually aim the missiles, but it would be a lot harder. It would not be necessarily easy to do, and I personally think that would be a good solution that both sides can pretty much agree on. I personally think that would be a better solution. But let me know what you guys think down below of that. I just think take the lock off players. I think that would do it because the price increase for me is pretty pointless when most people at this point already have it, and, it's not going to reduce the griefing at all at this point. And, how many more people are getting on GT Online? I know GT Online is getting more players, but how many more are getting online? Getting on the game, starting up the game for the first time. So that's just personally what I think about it. And most of these Oppressor Mark II griefers, they just suck at the game so much that they just need the lock-ons on the thing. So if you take the lock-off players, I think that would be a compromise where you could keep it in the game, and the people that use it to grind would still be happy, and yet the people who find it annoying would at least still be happy because now griefers can't lock onto them anymore. But let me know what you guys think of my solution. Let me know, do you agree with me on the price increase? If you don't agree with me, let me know. Try to avoid insults if you can, but let me know to have a constructive, discussion on this. But thank you guys for watching. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do drop a like. Let me know what you think. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.